Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are back with another weekly check-in. For today we're going to be checking in to week 2 of my May monthly budget. As you guys know, last week when I did my week 1 check-in, I went ahead and set this whole page up for you guys using my stickers, of course, from my Etsy sticker shop, Romina Rosa. Now, I went with this gingham print that I really truly love, especially with the inclusion of the strawberry washi, you guys know that, and the red page flag. So for the second week, we're going to be taking a look at the 6th until the 12th. So let me go ahead and open you up to my monthly view. Now, this is where we're at as of now. So this is how my monthly view spread looks like. Now I have already updated all of my cash envelopes. I had a bunch of receipts here, so I went ahead and updated these off camera just to save us some time, as well as I went ahead and laid down my budget expense stickers, which you guys know that I love using. They look something like this. I'm almost out of this sheet. So we're looking from the 6th until the 12th. Now let's go ahead and take my dual tip marker, and this is the pen I'll be using today, which is the Muji 0.38 pen. I've been really liking this pen, so that's what I'm going to be using today. First thing that I want to do before I check in for my monthly budget is lay down my bill due stickers, as well as the cute stickers that I like to lay down, like my payday, no spend, and cute things like that. So I do have some stickers here that I want to lay down. So I already wrote down my Bank of America travel, which was the only bill I had this week. And as you guys know, I've been trying since the beginning of the year to pay off this card, and I'm so happy to let you guys know that I actually did it. So I went ahead and make the payment of $459.80, which paid off that card, and I'm super happy that I got to pay that card off. And I can't wait to pay off other cards. So I feel like ever since I paid off my first card, which was my Victoria's Secret card, I've been like super pumped and really motivated to pay off my debt. So thank you guys so much for all the motivation, all the hyping up that you guys give me. It really does not go unnoticed. Next, I'm going to put my payday stickers, which I got paid on Saturday the 11th. Put it up here, and then I do have no spend days. As you guys can see, I have 1, 2, 3. As you guys can also tell, aside from my no spend days, I actually had an unbudgeted amount right here, which we will talk about when we get there. So let me see, and one more on the 6th. And then last but not least, I did have my car insurance due on the 8th, so I'm going to take my little car insurance stickers and just get this peachy pink color, and I'm just going to lay that down up here. Now the reason I don't have, let's say, like a bill due sticker for my car insurance payment is because I have a sinking fund for that. So car insurance is a sinking fund, which I have right here. This is my sinking fund spread, which I do every single month for you guys. And as you guys can see, I have my transaction log right here, which I put that I spent from my car insurance fund on the 8th. That was $300. And I just put my description, insurance payment. So that's the reason why I don't put it in my monthly view, let's say, because my sinking funds are totally separate from my actual budget, let's say, because I have these in a separate sinking fund system, which you guys have seen in the past if you guys have checked out any of my sinking funds videos. So that's all that I wanted to put for now. Yes, I think we can go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go to my weekly check-in page, and the first category that we're going to be taking account of would be my food. So first and foremost, let me go ahead and write down my actual categories, because I didn't seem to have done that last week. So we have food, gas, shopping, and unbudgeted. But you guys do know that I do categorize both my eating out and groceries for food and my allowance and beauty cash envelopes for shopping. So let's go ahead and get started with food. For food, okay, so if you guys would have seen my day in the life of an Etsy sticker shop owner, then you guys would know that they just opened up a Chick-fil-A right by me this week specifically. And guys, I went to Chick-fil-A twice within a week, one day after the other. and I'm not proud of it, but I love Chick-fil-A, if you guys know. So I feel like since it's so close to me, I just want to get Chick-fil-A now all the time. And I know I should not do that because I need to stop eating junk food, but yes. So I went to Chick-fil-A on Wednesday by myself right before work, which they actually forgot my sweet tea, guys. So I was a little sad about that, but I could not go back because I had work. So I just went ahead and ate it just like that. So that was $9. And then I went ahead and went to Chick-fil-A once again with my sister, but we just got, I just got fries and she got a sandwich. So that was 9 from Wednesday and 7 from Thursday. I actually went to Superior for some grocery shopping because I went over to my friend Claudia's on Friday and we made brunch, which if you guys are following me in my lifestyle Instagram, which is romina.rosa, then you guys would have seen that. I took a picture of the breakfast that we made. I'm gonna add Superior in there, and then last but not least, I went grocery shopping into Target on the 12th. So that was $39. So altogether for my food category, I spent $69. So I'm going to write spent $69, and I'm going to just subtract it from up here. So $249. That means that I should have $180 remaining. So let's go ahead and take a look at my cash envelopes for that. So we have groceries and eating out. For groceries, I should have $116 left over, which I do, I believe. 100, 10, 15, and 16. And then for eating out, I should be having 64 left over, which is 50, 61, 2, 3, 4. And altogether, that is 180. So that is for my food category. Then we're gonna go ahead and move on to gas, which I actually pumped gas this week as well, which was kind of surprising, but I have been driving quite a lot this month, which I knew I was going to do, so that's totally fine. So first, I want to go ahead and check off a few things that I've already paid or tracked. So I did pay my PayPal, Bank of America, and I did track Chick-fil-A, all of my food expenses. Here we go. And then for gas, that was $60. So $60 for gas. So I'm going to subtract it from the 180, which means that from the 120, sorry, which means that I should have 60 left, which I think I do. And this is how I track it in the back of the cash envelopes. As you guys know, these are from the Budget Mom, which sort of have a tracker so you guys can keep track of what money you spent and on what. So I have 20, 40, and 60. $60 in there. So that is for gas. And I think one thing that I totally forgot to put was my allowance sticker. So then last but not least, we're going to look at shopping, which as I mentioned is for my beauty and allowance cash envelope. Now I did make an expense, I just totally forgot to put it in my monthly view. So let me go ahead and add that really quick. So this is for shopping. I didn't spend anything for beauty actually. So I still should have the $100 in here first. 50, 70, 90, 100. I am planning on getting my nails done this week, which will be next weekly check-in for you guys. I might even get a pedicure too. We will see. Yes, so I did spend $17 at Hollister because they were having a sale on their jeans, which I absolutely love. It was $16. It was like the cheapest jean I found. I might go back for another one that I liked, but I'm not 100% sure. So that was on the 8th. So on Wednesday. There you go. So that was there, and that was 17, which means that it went from 52 to 35, which is what I should have in here. So 20, 25, 30, 35. So now I can go ahead and track that on my weekly check-in. So 17 is what I spent, which means that I should have 135, which I do. As you guys saw, I had 35 for my allowance and 100 for my beauty cash envelope. So we're all good there. Now, last but not least, I do have this unbudgeted category, which I don't usually budget anything for, but I did have an unbudgeted amount this week, and that was actually for Mother's Day. I have no clue why. It totally went over my head that this month had Mother's Day in it, so I did not budget anything for that. So everything that is spent for that day, I am counting that as an unbudgeted expense, which totally sucks and could have been prevented. But of course, everybody has unbudgeted expenses all the time. You definitely cannot take account of every single expense that you'll be having for the month in the beginning of the month, just because things happen, and things like that, like Mother's Day just going over my head, happened to me. So I'm not too mad about it. It's not like, let's say I went on a shopping spree and spent all this money and that's what the unbudgeted amount is. This is something that I was going to do anyways and just forgot to, let's say, put in my budget. So I'm not too mad about that. So for Mother's Day, I actually spent $57, and we did a couple of things this day. Actually, in the morning, me and my sister went to McDonald's and just got a breakfast for everybody, as well as we bought some flowers for both my mom and my aunt. So we went ahead and split that. But then we actually went to the Dodger game later on that day, which actually was not expensive at all. It was pretty cheap. I went ahead and just paid for my own ticket, and my aunt actually paid for like snacks and things like that. So I didn't spend too much. So thankful for that. I did buy a beer because my aunt gave us money, which so bad, but we bought snacks. I got a beer, my sister got a beer, but I went ahead and shared it with them. So yes, it wasn't too bad. So after all that, I spent $57, like you guys can see right here. And although, once again, that was an unbudgeted amount, I don't want to beat myself up over it. Just because when you do that, I feel like it really unmotivates you from your budget, and I definitely don't want to feel unmotivated. So when it is over something, because you guys know I don't budget anything for unbudgeted, I am going to go ahead and put it like this, which just means that it is over. So $57 over my unbudgeted amount, which it's kind of not too good to see that red mark in there, but I am not too mad about it. Now, that is basically it for my weekly check-in. Like I mentioned, you guys already saw my sinking funds, which I only had one transaction for this week. I can go ahead and show you guys my variable income, which I actually haven't spent anything for this past week, which is surprising. I know, considering the fact of how much I spent last month, but I do want to go ahead and limit my spending a little bit more for my variable income for this month. So I think that's pretty much it for this video. Oh, I do want to mention one quick thing. I totally forgot to put a couple of expenses actually in my budget, but good thing I did leave a space for them. So I forgot that I had to budget some money for my sister's birthday, which is on the 16th of this month. So I went ahead and just put her as a variable expense. So I just went ahead and put Ivana's birthday. And I budgeted 100 for that. I also am going to quickly put my iTunes charge, because that is something that I almost always forget. And that's 99 cents, which is, I really like, and I thank my past Mina, that I left some space for that, just because I always end up forgetting to put something at the end of the day that I make the budget. Now, one last thing that I do want to go ahead and talk about. Somebody mentioned this, and I don't remember your name right now, but you know who you are, because I did comment back, and she commented on whenever I did my budget video, she mentioned that maybe instead of leaving these blank, these could be the minimum amounts for Forever 21 and Bank of America Travel, and then I can go ahead and make a separate variable expense category for additional payments towards my debt, which I absolutely love that idea, and I think I will be including that in my budget next month. But since I don't have space in here, I'm not able to put that in there just because I've already done the stuff like put down all of this and made my lines. If I hadn't had done that, I could have brought this one line down, but as you guys can see, I really can't do that for this month. But I definitely will be adding that for next month. So thank you so much once again for that idea. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate all your comments and suggestions. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.